Hey sinners, this is Cintria. I've got the camera close to my face so maybe you can hear me over the wind. I'm so sorry, I'm really bad at dealing with the wind. I just finished weed eating this bed behind me. This was my squash bed, which didn't do super well. I didn't really manage the pests well, mainly the grubs, so I really didn't get any squash. I got a couple babies like this. I probably should look up and see if there's anything I can do with them, but I'm not sure yet. There's also the fence is down because of the wind, and the neighbor's dog was just let out, so I'm scared he's going to attack me. But he's a cute looking dog, but he's big. He's taking a tinkle right now. Tinkle. Anyways, so back here I'm going to plant my kale bed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in, because I really don't know much about kale, and I'm not very good at doing research. I should. I have this Job's Organic All-Purpose Fertilizer. It's supposed to encourage microbial growth in there, and it's got a, what's it got? It's just a 444. It's pretty basic, slow release fertilizer. Let's see. I don't know if those are different types or what. What's in this product? Yeah, bone meal, feather meal, sulfate potash, compost manure. Let me show you real quick. I have a few baby kales I started several weeks back and put out, but I just kind of threw them out here because they were dying and I was taking too long. So there's some little kale starting under the dying tomatillos. And then I had a kale stump, actually. That sounds really appealing. Kale stump from a larger kale last whenever, I don't know. But this kale, even though it's small, is actually doing pretty well. The bugs aren't getting it too bad. I gotta start having some more pest management because I generally ignore it and it's killing all my plants. I got a lot of tomatoes. I don't know if I'm gonna get many green patches. The idea, I've got a lot of tomatoes. And I know I need to work on my camera work. I need to learn to pan my camera a lot slower or something, because I know I watch my videos and I'm like, oh my god, it's so blurry, I'm dizzy. How does anyone watch this? This person's terrible at using a camera. All right, it's me. Okay, so tomatoes aside, this is gonna be a kale patch. Now, rabbits like kale, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got some fencing, some really mild plastic fencing. I'm gonna put spikes in on the sides and staple the fencing. First, I'm just gonna put it out there. I haven't seen any rabbits in a long time. And I started growing stuff inside, and I've got my grow lights, and I might do that because kale's pretty good at surviving the frost, so I'm gonna start some inside. But I'm gonna probably direct sow at least a fourth of this bed with different kale. There's so many bugs in here, but that's good. Bugs mean there's yummies in here that the bugs like. So this here is my seed bank that I alphabetized. This was a project. So you can see all this stuff in here. If you guys ever have any questions about them, I post a lot of stuff on Twitter and I'll respond on Twitter. So kale is under greens, or is it under kale? I think it's under greens. Let's go ahead and pull all these out. Collards. So I've got this one right here, this mixed blend. It's just got a lot of different types of kale in it. This I'm probably gonna just direct sow. Cool season, 28 days to eat the baby kale. But I can eat it a few weeks at a time. What else have I got in there? I know other kales. Some of these I can probably get away with planting. Some of these say you can plant as late as November. So I'll probably actually set up this bed as well and grow some greens. I've got other stuff like radishes, but I'm kind of intimidated, I guess, by the radishes. Some dwarf blue kale. They just didn't do good last time I tried to grow them. I don't know if it was overwatering or underwatering or what. And there's some more herbs that I'm wanting to start inside through the winter. I've got some chives inside that have lived for like 4 years in this little pot. And then I've got a lot of different peppers in there. I'm probably going to actually start these peppers inside, and the hot peppers take the longest to grow. So I'm going to start some of these habaneros, even though I'll never fucking eat them. Let's see. And this is all about my kale bed, but I'm not going to actually show you guys the planting part because I've not got those good of camera skills. I'm going to take this and I'm going to mix probably a third of this bag into the soil. They're granules. I'll show them to you. They smell like shit, quite literally. They smell like doggy poo-poo. Go bye-bye, doggy poo-poo. So I'm going to mix that in there really good. And I'll just give you a quick glance at my peppers. I may dig up a few of these plants, 'cause some of them are really pretty, and peppers can live 5 or 6 years. So I think I'm probably going to dig up some of these plants, just because they're pretty and they're nice and they're fully edible. These are also pretty, so I might dig those up. I'm not going to try probably with the poblanos. Bell peppers don't do super well. It would just be a lot to manage. And I have so many more poblanos than I know what to do with. Literally, I have just poblanos coming out of my ears, and I've maybe eaten like 10 of them. That one's getting pretty good. So anyways, I just wanted a quick video, primarily about the kale bed. I'm very bad at staying on subject. Look at these bell peppers. I got a couple bell peppers. They're pretty good size. So this is the kale bed. Please feel free to comment and give me some ideas what to plant in these other beds. I'm gonna let these tomatoes keep going, though they'll probably be gone in about 3 or 4 weeks when it freezes. My cucumbers aren't doing good. Again, pest management failure on my part. I just put some insecticidal soap on there. I kind of feel like, you know, if you leave it alone long enough, maybe it'll take care of itself. But the plants were too weak and small to start with, and they got infected too quick. Well, not infected, it's just, they're just gnats and stuff. Or not gnats, I don't even know. I know what they are, I just can't think of it right now. But next year I want at least a whole bed of cucumbers, because I was really pleased with the cucumbers when they started. And there's actually a neighbor that I drive by every few days on the way to work, and they have cucumbers hanging over their fence, their entire fence row. It's awesome. So instead of the kitties, which I can't find right now, you guys can say goodbye to a butterfly. So this is Centrius signing out.